Dear students, Indu Sharma presenting to you lesson MATA KA ANCHAL, Chapter 1, Class 10th, Part 2. It is written by Shri Shiv Pujan Sahay. Students, till now you have read that the author has written this memoir by cherishing some light memories of his childhood. In the first part of the lesson, you understood that the author is more attached to his father because he used to spend more time with his father. The author used very simple language for the games, means the activities of father and son. In the second and last part of the text, the author has used his regional Bhojpuri language in a beautiful way. Let us know in part 2 with whom was the author's true love and when how he recognized his mother's love. कभी कभी हम लोग बारात का भी जुलूस निकालते थे। कनस्तर का तंबूरा बजता, अमोले को घिसकर शहनाई बजाई जाती, टूटी चूहेदानी की पालकी बनती, हम समधी बनकर बकरे पर चढ़ लेते और चबूतरे के एक कोने से चलकर बारात दूसरे कोने में जाकर दरवाजे लगती थी। वहां काठ की पटरियों पर घिरे गोबर से लिपे आम और केले की टहनियों से सजाए हुए छोटे आंगन में कुल्हे का कलसा रखा जाता था। Sometimes we used to take out rally of the procession. The tambura of the cantor would play. The clarinet was played by rubbing amole, means the small twigs of mango tree. The palanquin of a broken rattanant would be made. We would climb on the court as a samdhi, as groom's father, and walk from one corner to the platform to the other corner. The procession used to go to the other corner. They are surrounded by wooden. They are surrounded, decorated by wooden tracks with cow dung in the small courtyard decorated with twigs of live mango and banana. There kept some small pots. The time of returning, वहीं पहुंचकर बारात फिर लौट जाती थी। लौटने के समय खटोली पर लाल ओहार डालकर उसमें दुल्हन को चढ़ा लिया जाता था। लौटाने पर बाबूजी ज्यों ही ओहार उघार कर दुल्हन का मुख निखरने लगते, त्यों ही हम लोग हंसकर भाग जाते। At the time of returning, small bed was covered with red sheet and the bride was seated there. On returning, as soon as when father was unfurled, the bride's face began to, we would run away laughing. थोड़ी देर बाद लड़कों की मंडली जुट जाती, इकट्ठा होती ही राई जमती की खेती की जाए। बस चबूतरे के छोर पर घिरनी गड़ जाती और उसके नीचे की गली कुआं बन जाती थी। मूंज की बटी हुई पतली रस्सी में एक चुगड़ बांध गराड़े पर चढ़ाकर लटका दिया जाता और दो लड़के बैल बनकर मोट खींचने लग जाते। चबूतरा खेत बनता, कंकड़ बीज और ठेंगा हल जुआ था। बड़ी मेहनत से खेत जोते बोए और पटाए जाते। फसल तैयार होती देर न लगती और हम हाथों हाथ फसल काट लेते थे। As soon as they gathered, the group of the boys gathered the opinion that the cultivation should be done. A well would have been made. A chugad means the small diyas dam in a thin rope tied to moonch. A thick rope would have been hung on the garari that we used to pull the water from the well, and two boys would become oxen and start pulling moat That means they irrigated the field like oxen. It was sown and harvested. It did not take long for the crops to be ready, and we used to harvest the crop by hand. काटते समय गाते, ऊंच नीच में भई कियारी उपजी सो भई हमारी. While reaping, we used to sing in high and low that field, whatever has risen is ours. These are the language is Bhojpuri, and these are the when the crops were ripe in the state of Bihar. So they sang that kind of songs. फसल को एक जगह रखकर उसे पैरों से रौंद डालते थे, कसोरे का सूप बनाकर औसाते और मिट्टी की दिए की के तराजू पर तौलकर राशि तैयार कर देते थे. इसी बीच बाबूजी आकर पूछ बैठते, इस साल की खेती कैसी रही भोलानाथ? Keeping the crop in one place, we used to trample it with feet. By making a soup of kasore, that means kasore, it's like a broken part of a mud bowl. That means like a broken pot. They used to prepare the amount by weighting it on the scales of the earthen lamp. Meanwhile, Babuji used to come and ask how the farming of this year, Bholanath. बस फिर क्या, हम लोग ज्यों का त्यों खेत खलियान छोड़कर हंसते हुए भाग जाते. कैसी मौज की खेती थी. Just then did we leave the farm barn and run away laughing. What a pleasure it was. We used to ऐसे ऐसे नाटक हम लोग बराबर खेला करते थे. बटोई भी कुछ देर ठिठक कर हम लोगों के तमाशे देख लेते थे. We used to play such plays alike. Even after a while, we used to see the spectacles of people. जब कभी हम लोग ददरी के मेले में जाने वाले आदमियों का झुंड देख पाते, तब कूद कूद कर चिल्लाने लगते थे, चलो भैया ददरी सत्तू पिसान की मोटरी. Whenever we could see a bunch of men, the group of men going to Dadri's fair, we used to, it's a famous fair in like Bihar, I think. We used to jump and shout and shout, brothers, Dadri Sattu Pisan की मोटरी. अगर किसी दूल्हे के आगे जाती हुई ओहारदार पालकी देख पाते, तब खूब जोर जोर से चिल्लाते. If we see a groom palanquin going ahead and started shouting, and there would be a lot of loudness. Explanation, students. On the basis of these lines, the author has presented a picture of childhood memories. Everyone will remember their childhood after reading it. Those games of childhood, there was some strange and unique feelings that at that time the minds of children used to be very simple. There was not much desire and aspirations in the mind to achieve anything. They used to play with the things they got to play, but always kept himself happy. And according to the lines, they loudly speak, speaks that words, रहरी में रहरी पुरान रहरी, डोला के कनिया हमार रहरी. This meaning that the old rahari, that means an old groom. The meaning of these lines is such that whatever the groom and his companions saw the bride's palanquin going ahead, they started shouting loudly, and by singing these lines, they used to make fun of the groom. They used to compare the groom and the brides of the palanquin with the mehri, like the lady of their house. इस पर एक बार बूढ़े वर ने हम लोगों को बड़ी दूर तक खदेड़ कर ढेलों से मारा था. अब खूसट खबीस की सूरत आज तक हमें याद है. न जाने किस ससुर ने वैसा जमाई ढूंढ निकाला था. वैसा घोड़ा मुंहा आदमी हमने कभी नहीं देखा. On this, once the old groom had hostile chased us far and wide and hit us with clouds. We remember the face of that khusat khabis, that means very ugly face, till today. Don't know which father-in-law had found such a jamai, that means for his daughter's husband. We have never seen such a horse-faced man. आम की फसल में कभी कभी खूब आंधी आती है. आंधी के कुछ दूर निकल जाने पर हम लोग बाग की ओर दौड़ पड़ते थे. वहां चुन चुन कर घुले घुले गोपी आम चबाते थे. Sometimes there is a lot of storms in the mango crops. After the storm had gone some distance, we used to run towards the garden. There were gopis, means the children used to chew mangoes. एक दिन की बात है, आंधी आई और पट पड़ गई. आकाश काले बादलों से ढक गया. मेघ गरजने लगे. बिजली कौंधने और ठंडी हवा सनसनाने लगी. पेड़ झूमने और जमीन चूमने लगे. हम लोग चिल्ला उठे. एक पैसा की लाई बाजार में चितराई. बरखा उधरे बिलाई. Gopi used to chew mangoes that were mixed selectively. It was a matter of one day. The storm came and it got slammed. The sky turned dark clouds. The clouds started thundering. Lightning flashed and a cold wind began to sizzle. The trees started swinging and touching the ground. We cried out that a piece of paisa was scattered in the market. But the rain did not stop. लेकिन बरखा न रुकी और भी मूसलाधार पानी होने लगा. हम लोग पेड़ों की जड़ से धड़ से सट गए. जैसे कुत्ते के कान में अठई चिपक जाती है, मगर बरखा जमी नहीं, थम गई. Did not stop. More torrential water started pouring. We got stuck to the roots of the trees like a stick, and the stick, that means it's a worm which one is stuck in the dog's ear. like we stick with the trees. And the rain was stopped, not stopped, it's get totally stopped. बरखा बंद होते ही बाग में बहुत से बिच्छू नजर आए। हम लोग डर कर भाग चले। हम लोगों में बैजू बड़ा ढीठ था। संयोग की बात, बीच में मूसन तिवारी मिल गए। बेचारे बूढ़े आदमी को सूझता कम था। बैजू was after stopped the raining. We saw in the garden so many crabs, and we scared and want to run away from there. Beju was very insolent in us. Coincidentally, Musan Tiwari, the village person, was found in the middle. The poor old man had little understanding. बैजू उनको चिढ़ा कर बोला। बैजू teased him saying, बुढ़वा बेईमान मांगे करेला का चोखा, that and he said that the old man was dishonest, asking for bitter gourd. हम लोगों ने भी बैजू के सुर में सुर मिलाकर यही चिल्लाना शुरू किया। मूसन तिवारी ने भी हताशा खदेड़ा। हम लोग तो बस अपने अपने घर की ओर आंधी हो चले। We also started shouting the same thing with Baju. Moosan Tiwari chased wildly. We just stormed towards our respective homes. जब हम लोग ना मिल सके तब तिवारी जी सीधे पाठशाला में चले गए। वहां से हमको और बैजू को पकड़ लाने के लिए 4 लड़के गिरफ्तारी वारंट कर लेकर छूटे। इधर ज्यों ही हम लोग घर पहुंचे त्यों ही गुरुजी के सिपाही हम लोगों पर टूट पड़े। बैजू तो 9-2-11 हो गया, हम पकड़े गए। फिर तो गुरुजी ने हमारी खूब खबर ली। We just stopped. When we couldn't meet Tiwari ji went straight to the school. From there, four boys too, as their soldiers for soldiers for four boys to arrest us like Baju and me, means the writer, for like an arrest warrant. As soon as we reached our home, that soldiers attacked on us. Baju was run away from there, but they caught me. And then after Guruji was called me very strictly. बाबूजी ने यह हाल सुना, वह दौड़े हुए पाठशाला में आए। गोद में उठाकर हमें पुचकारने और फुसलाने लगे, पर हम दुलारने से चुप होने वाले लड़के नहीं थे। रोते रोते उनका कंधा आंसुओं से तर कर दिया। वह गुरुजी की चिरौरी करके हमें घर ले चले। रास्ते में फिर हमारे साथी लड़कों का झुंड मिला। As soon as father heard this condition, he ran to the school. He picked us up in the lap and started whispering and woozing us. But we were not the boys to keep quiet with our caress, with his caress. Tears filled his shoulder and lots of tears. He did requested Guruji's. My father requested Guruji's and took us home. On the way again, we met a bunch of fellows boys. वे जोर से नाचते और गाते थे. The boys danced and sang loudly. माई पकाई गरर गरर पुआ, हम खाए पुआ, ना खेलब जुआ. And the boys were saying loudly, Mai pakai garar garar pua. My mother's cooked the pua, means the puri. Hum khai pua and we eat the puri. Na khelab jua. That means now we are not playing gambling. फिर क्या था, हमारा रोना धोना भूल गया. Then what was it then? I forget to cry. हम हट करके बाबूजी की गोद से उतर पड़े और लड़कों की मंडली में मिलकर लगे वही तानसुर अलापने. We stubbornly got down from the Babuji's lap and joined the group of boys and starting chanting the same. तब तक सब लड़के सामने वाले मकई के खेत में दौड़ पड़े. By then all the boys ran to the corn fields in front. उसमें चिड़ियों का झुंड चल रहा था. A flock of birds was grazing in it. वे दौड़ दौड़ कर उन्हें पकड़ने लगे, पर एक भी हाथ न आई. हम खेत से अलग ही खड़े होकर गा रहे थे. They started running to catch them, but not a single hand came. They were singing. I was singing, standing apart from the field. राम जी की चिड़ई, राम जी का खेत, खा लो चिड़ई भर भर पेट. That means the writer also want that birds if birds want to eat that grazing, that crop, so he want also that they fill their stomach, because this field and this crops given by the God. हमसे कुछ दूर बाबूजी और हमारे गांव के कई आदमी खड़े होकर तमाशा देख रहे थे. यही कहकर हंसते थे कि चिड़िया की जान जाए, लड़कों का खिलौना. सचमुच लड़के और बंदर पराई पीर नहीं समझते. Some distance away from us, Babuji and many men of our village were standing watching the spectacles and laughing, saying, the bird's life, if whether the bird's life has gone, like, and this is like the boy's toy. The boys and monkeys do not understand the pain of others. That means they don't know how to grow the crops. Going, एक टीले पर जाकर हम लोग चूहों के बिल से पानी उलीचने लगे. नीचे से ऊपर पानी फेंकना था. हम सब थक गए. तब तक गणेश जी के चूहे की रक्षा के लिए शिवजी का सांप निकल आया. Going to a mount, we started sucking up water from the bills of the rats. Water bureau of the rats. Water had to be thrown from the bottom up. We all tired. By then, Shiva's snake came out to protect Ganesha's mouse. रोते चिल्लाते हम लोग बेहताशा भाग चले। कोई औंधा गिरा, कोई अंटा चिट, किसी का सिर फूटा, किसी के दांत टूटे। सभी गिरते पड़ते भागे। हमारी सारी देह लहूलुहान हो गई। पैरों के तलवे कांटों से छलनी हो गए। Crying ran wildly, wildly. Somebody fell upside down here and there, broke someone's head broke. I ran while falling, our whole body blood. The soles of the feet are seamed with thorns. Someone's teeth were someone's teeth were broken. Everyone went away from there. हम एक सुर से दौड़े हुए आए और घर में घुस गए। उस समय बाबूजी बैठक के ओसारे में बैठकर हुक्का गुड़गुड़ा रहे थे। उन्होंने हमें बहुत पुकारा, पर उनकी अनसुनी करके हम दौड़ते हुए मैया के पास ही चले गए। जाकर उसी की गोद में शरण ली। We ran in unison and entered the house. At that time, Babuji was gurgling hookah while sitting in the alcove of the meeting. He called us a lot, but after listening to him, we ran to the mother's side. We went and took shelter in her lap. मैया चावल अमनिया कर रही थी। हम उसी के आंचल में छिप गए। The mother was cleaning the rice. The mother was cleaning the rice. I hid in his lap. हमें डर से कांपते देखकर वह जोर से रो पड़ी और सब काम छोड़ बैठी। अधीर होकर हमारे भय का कारण पूछने लगी। हमें कभी अंग भर कर दबाती और कभी हमारे अंगों को अपने आंचल से पोंछकर हमें चूम लेती। बड़े संकट में पड़ गई। Got into great trouble immediately. When she saw us, she was also start to cry, and she left her all the work. She got more panic when and asked the scareness of my the fear. She was asked the reason of our fearlessness, and sometimes she gave us the hug. She gave us a lovely she gave by forcefully a hug, and sometimes she cleaned to us my body parts through their sari. And now she got in trouble. She got into great trouble. झटपट हल्दी पीसकर हमारे घावों पर थोपी गई। घर में कोहराम मच गया। हम केवल धीमे सुर से सा 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 सा, सा कहते हुए मैया के आंचल में लुके चले जाते थे। Immediately turmeric was grinded and applied on our wounds. There was chaos in the house. We used to walk in mother's lap. We used to hide in mother's lap saying sa sa only in a slow voice. सारा शरीर थर थर कांप रहा था। The whole body was trembling. हम आंखें खोलना चाहते थे पर वे खुलती न थी। I opened my eyes. I wanted to open my eyes but I couldn't open them. रोंगटे खड़े हो गए थे। The hairs stood up. पर वे हमारे कांपते हुए होठों को मैया बार बार निहार कर रोती और बड़े लाड से हमें गले लगा लेती थी। Mother used to look at our trembling lips again and again, and again and again. She used to cry and hug us and with great caress. इसी समय बाबूजी दौड़े आए। आकर झट से हमें मैया की गोद से अपनी गोद में लेने लगे। That time बाबूजी came running. He came and took us in his lap from mother's lap. पर हमने मैया के आंचल की प्रेम और शांति के चंदवे की छाया ना छोड़ी। But we did not leave the shadow of love and peace of mother's lap. So students, this is the last and second part of this lesson, Mata Ka Anchal. This story, Mata Ka Anchal, is a unique example of mother love. It has been told in the mother's circle, mother's lap, that a small child gets the feeling of happiness, satisfaction, security, and peace when he came only under the lap of mother. Students, we get this inspiration from this lesson that mother is more important and most important of us. No matter how much we love our father, but whenever we face any crisis, we have some trouble, we are sad, then we remember our mother first. Mother's laps seems to be the safest place for the child. I hope you understand my explanation and this lesson get more easier for you. If you like my explanation, please click on like, share to your friends and subscribe my videos. The next lesson, second 2, I will present you very soon. Then till bye and thank you.